Hello, readers. Welcome to the special edition cover reveal of Leather and Sage by debut author Taylor Shepard. Hey, Taylor, how are you today?
I am doing fantastic today.
Hey, this has been a long time coming. Are you excited?
Yes, most definitely excited. I've been looking forward to this for a very, very, very long time.
Hey, we have to make sure everything is right. See? So we're there. We are there. I cannot wait till the audience gets to see it because this cover is stunning. Let me read your bio real quick so people who don't know you can get a little bit of taste of who Taylor the author is. Taylor Shepard is a Houstonian author who focuses on the dark and twisties that make up the psychological dilemmas of humanity. She examines how the tiny nuances of her characters incite action in the world. When she isn't writing, she's lounging around with her dog or teaching impressionable high schoolers. Nice. Impressionable high schoolers.
Yes, they are definitely impressionable. They're lovely.
That's incredible. Let's see. So your book today, the fun part about it is it's a horror book about sisters. Can you tell us a little bit about these sisters?
So these sisters are part of the Orchard clan. It's a tight-knit family. Their mother is the matriarch, and I pulled this relationship honestly a lot from myself and my brother, even though he's not my sister. Just in the way that they interact with one another, and even when they're going through difficult times and there are clear disagreements or conflicts, they still try to help one another, and they still love one another, and they still do everything that they can to support one another, which becomes really difficult when one of these sisters enacts the curse of the bloodbud.
That's right. That's the saying. What is our catchphrase for this book?
Our catchphrase is, if you see leaves gray as thunder, petals red as the setting sun, you run. Always run.
Always run. Always run. And you shall find out what this terrible curse is. But first, I think we should quit tormenting everyone, including ourselves, and let's see what that gorgeous cover looks like. We'll get the cover. It'll switch. We'll see the stunningness. Ta-da! What do y'all think? Look at that cover. It's so gorgeous. So if you thought Taylor was writing this light, happy fantasy, the cover tells you what it really is. Yes, Duke of Bedlam says dramatic. Yes, it's definitely dramatic. Which is funny, Taylor, because my interactions with you, you're pretty down to earth, but this book is not down to earth. So where did you come up with this idea?
I think, even though I'm wearing my nice little pink turtleneck with my welcome fall sign behind me, I've just always been interested in the darker stories, those Edgar Allan Poe's, those ideas of our environment and what we suffer through from a young age can potentially change the way that we interact in the world. A lot of this came from my psychology classes too, when I was at university. So I like to just take my characters and make them hit rock bottom and then throw them off a cliff after that and see what happens.
There's more rock bottom after.
It's all good fun, right?
Excellent. Well, this is amazing. The audience is loving it. Let's see. We have Jess Rainey joins. We have her on here, and Jay is here too.
Jess and Jay, they're amazing.
They are amazing, right? The cover is stunning. So everyone is really happy. Now, I'll say in the background, we were able to put, I know it's hard to tell in the dark cover here, but you'll definitely see when you hold it in your hand that there's a big willow in the background. Can you tell us the importance of the willow tree?
So the willow trees actually surround the lily pad pond that our forsaken character kind of finds as her place of comfort. Because like I said, these are people first, and because of the environment that they're put within, because of the circumstances that they face, that's what makes them dark. There's no true evil in my book to begin with. Mm-hmm. It is a circumstance of the society that they live in. And so the willows represent this place of comfort for our antagonist, but they do turn dark and they kind of twist with her as she spirals. through the society that she's in.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty vital.
It is. And then also our witches have eyes of willow moss and kindling, and you can see that in the cover as well, those beautiful colors. And that's where our series title comes from, is willow moss and kindling.
Yes, good point. Eye color is very important in this. And leather and sage, where did that title come from?
The leather and sage comes from, you're actually going to get that in the reading. The leather and sage is the kind of scent of the sisters. I like to bring in those aromas because I know we've all had those nostalgia moments where you walk into some place and it smells like grandma's house or something like that. And so as our character is dealing with her humanity, we get these references back to her family.
That's perfect.
Ellie's also one of our main character POVs, and she's our leather and sage.
And that's what she smells like. I think it is so cool. It was so clever. So clever. So why don't we get to the reading? Are you ready? We want everyone to have a little taste. Oh, by the way, the pre-order is up. So the link is in the chat. So if you want to pre-order it, you can just click that link. The ebook is up for pre-order. And so that is ready. Sadly, Amazon will not let me put the paperback up for pre-order, or I would have that up too. So that one's on there. We're going to switch over. I'm going to get off the screen so you can have lovely Taylor in this very creepy cover. I want to say the juxtaposition is making me really happy, just for the record.
With my
I really like it. I like it. It works. And then let's, I like it. All right, let's switch over and let's hear your amazing voice. Or wait, does the audience need to, we'll tell them at the beginning if they need to know anything about, before you start reading, if they need anything. We might have said enough for them to know.
So this chapter, because I do have two POV characters, I have Ellie, who is the eldest sister, and I also have our Forsaken. And this is our sister who enacts the blood bud curse and who becomes an infected. And so this is actually our Forsaken's first chapter after she's become infected. So we're getting about midway through the chapter is where we're at right here.
Excellent.
All righty. I'm just going to put on my teaching voice. My nose sniff him out before I get a good look. There's a wafting scent of tobacco and cornmeal mixed with iron. I wrinkle my nose up. It ain't nothing like Kylie's honey and hydrangea, or Mama's vanilla and beeswax mixed with a hint of mint. It definitely ain't Sissy's leather and sage. My lips tremor even as the humans step into view. He got broad shoulders, similar to Papa, but he's squat like a boulder, instead of tall like a bloomed pine. Soon as he out from the shadows, the voices scream. That gunpowder that moved from my tooths to my mind blow, a bright pain that light me on fire and flame me out. I can't scream, can't move. I'm stuck still while I burn up inside. The voices wail at me to rip, tear, shred, feast, kill, rise. This be it. They trying to kill me, to gobble me up because I touched the blood bud, and they angry. I blink bleary eyes up at the man as he come closer. There an odd smile on his lips, something that remind me of the slime that built on the bank of my lily pad pond. He got a stain on his shirt, like the one all round that girl, the one that's on my knees from kneeling in it. It's sprinkled on his pants, too, and drips down the dagger he got clutched in hand. He say something to me, an offbeat coo, and I know I should turn and run, follow out the way Sissy did, but the voices break a crescendo, and I look up, up, up to his jaw and them veins that flutter out under it. They blue, like the lady's eyes, and they beat, kinda like my tooths. There's a large one that run up his temple toward his hairline, and a flurry of them thread their way across his forearms. So many of them little blue streams be under his skin, and my tooth snap forward. The voices scream and hiss at me to rip and tear and shred, but I stay right where I is, 'cause I can't do that. We don't kill, us orchard witches. Mama told us that even as we learnt of the coven history and the way it doused in blood. The man say something else, take another step forward, then his gaze slipped to that lady. There a change in him, a slack-jawed shift, and he stills as he stares on. The dagger dangles in his hand, then drops to the ground as he looked toward the body. We wait, a pause in the air, till his fingers twitch, sight locked on the bloom that popping out her shoulder. Another caressed in her hand, while the last one pokes up from a shredded knee. He takes one step forward, and a snarl tremble out my throat, even as my lips pull back to show my tooths. It's my blood bud. I fling myself on him, and though he a boulder and I a lone weed, he crumpled to the ground when I collide with him. His eyes bug wide, lips furling back like he bout to roar, but all I care about is that blue vein in his temple that's set to a rapid pulse. Those little streams in his forearms that budge when he curl his hands to fists. That line in his throat that expands when he opens his mouth to yell. The voices shriek as I yank his head back and sink my tooths in deep where that vein be in his neck. Then there be blood. It spurts out to flood down my chin, and I can feel it all over my yellow dress that Sissy was huffed up about cleaning. But it don't matter. Everything tastes of stinging tobacco and dry cornmeal and warm, wet iron and daisies. The man shouts, tries to pound at me with those fists of his, but they don't move me nohow. Growls rumble out my chest, and I tug his head back further as warmth spreads through my body like hot cider on a winter morning. Don't take long till he ain't moving no more, but I keep my tooths in and feast, 'cause that's what the voices be chanting. Rip, tear, shred, feast, kill, rise. And I does, all the way till there's nothing but a trickle dripping from his throat. When that warmth stops, I grip one forearm tight and plunge my tooths in. Then I do the other. I feast and feast and feast till there ain't nothing left in my belly, about to burst from how much of the man I got in me. Don't know how long it's been when I pull back. The man got a look of carnage to him, and the blood turned over in my belly. Carnage what Papa always said be left when vultures plucked apart dead animals. I know this bad, but everything feels so good. A summer sun over our harvest. Mama said we don't kill. Never kill. Not us orchard witches.
Wow. Nice. I just love your writing, Taylor. So much modern writing is all about, we just get to it really quick. And yours is so lyrical. So thank you so much. Yes, Karina loves the tooths. Me too. Yes, Jay, it is poetic prose, no doubt. So good job, Taylor. There's a reason, because, I'm lucky enough to be your, content editor, and I comment on story a lot. I have to comment on your writing. So really, really well done.
Yes, it's usually we need to make sure readers can actually understand the voice a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. No, nice. Let's see. I can't look away from those eyes, Bobby says. I know, they're wonderful. Oh, we probably should also give a little homage to the cover designer, which is Stephanie Saw.
Yes. She did an absolutely beautiful job. And she put up with me making some very specific requests for the cover. She's amazing.
Yeah, it was funny. So, and she is, right? She's really cool. But we've got the quote on the top. Mm-hmm. So we have the gorgeous thing going on here. We're really excited. So again, anyone wants to pre-order, we would love you to. For anyone listening on the podcast, you can also look in the show notes. We'll have the link there to get your pre-order in. And it will also be on the in the show notes if you're watching on YouTube. So the picture kept changing, so I got distracted. So I apologize. So I think we're good. I mean, does anybody have any questions for Taylor before we log off? We just really needed to get that out there because it's wonderful.
Oh, we're so excited.
I know. We've been keeping this in our back pocket for some time. Oh, we probably should say that your launch, the official launch, is November 21st.
Yes. So if you're looking for Christmas gifts and you want a paperback copy, just wait until November 21st.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get that going for you.
On Christmas.
Mm-hmm. It'll be perfect. And we'll do that launch live as well right here on twitch.tv/cursedragonship. And we'll be giving away 2 signed paperbacks from the lovely Miss Taylor Shepard. Have you practiced your signature yet?
Yes, on all of my school reports.
No. It has to be a signature that's not that signature.
It has to be a signature that's not that. It's all nice and loopy. I'll make a new one just for this.
That's what you need. You need a new one.
There we go.
That's awesome. The audio, we have a question about the audiobook. So I do intend on having it out November 21st, but my finding has been with narrators that you really can't control timing with the narrators. And so we're doing the best we can to try to get it out on time. But there will be an audiobook. Taylor and I were just talking about the narrators before this, where we get to audition them. So we'll get that up and ready.
And I love audiobooks with this Southern tang because it's different from our modern language.
Correct. So it'll be fun. So we're gonna have to be careful. Jess says she signs Oprah on hers. So just in case you're curious.
Okay.
You can just choose whatever name you want. I mean, if it's messy enough, they can't tell, right? It's totally
Exactly. Someone questions it, be like, no, that's definitely my signature.
Yes. So awesome. All right. Do you have anything else, Taylor?
No, I'm so excited for everybody who was able to join us today, get that cover reveal. And I appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me so far.
Yep, you're going to love it. And don't forget the final support, which is leaving a review after you read it. We'll greatly appreciate that. Taylor, we'll greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
So, awesome. All right. We'll see y'all next time.